All right. Let me know when you get in. I'll see if I can find us on the on my phone here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pull up BTC here. Here we go. Go ahead and chime in. Let me know the video is good and the sound is good, please. That'd be awesome. I see three of you. We're going to jump into these charts tonight. We're going to look at what's going on with Bitcoin. We're going to take a pretty heavy look at it tonight. Hey, Meyer. How's it going, brother? Ken. Video sounds good. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. All right. Hey, Brentley, welcome. I'm not sure that I remember meeting you. If I have, forgive me. I don't remember, but glad you're here. Welcome. We're just going to kind of give everybody a chance to jump in here. I've got some things I want to share and talk about, and anyway, it'll be helpful to you. Where are you guys from? I know where Meyer. I know where you are. Ken, where are you from? And Brentley. I'm in Maryville, Missouri. That's where I'm in the world right now. I'm from Virginia, but that's where I'm currently am. Ta-da. Tulsa, hey, we're not too far away. I think, what is that, about 8 hours away, I believe? 8 to 10 hours, I think. You're probably. Ken, where in Virginia? I'm from Chesapeake area. That's my hometown. Ohio. Merle from Ohio. Hmm. All right, we're gonna jump in here. We got about 8 people. Gainesville. Okay, cool, cool. That's central south of the state, isn't it, Ken? Gainesville. That's isn't that the southern part and kind of central or central Virginia? Can't remember. My brother is in Bluefield, Virginia. Oh, Northern Virginia, up near Manassas. Oh, okay, gotcha. Very undesirable. Yeah, my brother's in Bluefield, Virginia. So, Gilbert, Arizona. Nice. Hey, Sandra, welcome. There was only 8 in the ark. Now we got 9. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Had a good day with my people today. Just talked about grace and prayer and how God's grace drives us to pray, and it was good. It was good. All right, you guys ready to rock? I had a couple things in mind I wanted to start with. I thought I'd get right into the Bitcoin count, and I want to take some time with you guys and go slow and let you guys ask questions because I got a comment today on Facebook that something to the effect that I was being more confusing than helpful. I want to hey, good day, Craig. Um, oh, from Australia, nice. Hey, Dragonfly, glad you're here. Welcome. Hey, Dragonfly, while you're here, you need to make sure you join the Telegram. Okay, make sure I sent you a link via your email, so check that. Okay, check your email. So, All right, people are kind of finding us, so that's good. That's good. I'm excited to have a good night. Been kind of had a wedding weekend. Yesterday's video was horrible. Oh man, it was my. It was just. I had my headset on, but I didn't have the right microphone settings, and anyway, yeah. Hey, Elu of Holy. Nice, nice. I love the name. I love the name. Yeah. Hey guys, did you guys see? I'm up to 908 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thanks for helping. I really appreciate it. I'm on my way. We're probably another week or so. We'll have 1,000, and then you guys are gonna have to skip past a couple of ads here and there. I hope you don't mind. It's just I'm hoping to generate a little bit of income through the AdSense. That's the goal. I'm hoping in the next 6 months I'll be able to do this full time and give you guys a better product, put together better videos, plan them a little bit better, just do all kinds of things better. So if you guys like the content, I'm going to strive to make it better for you, more concise. I'm not known for concise, but anyway. I'm going to try to help you guys the best I can. I want to give you a good product, and I want it to be a channel that you like to come to, and not get frustrated at how long it takes me to give information out. So anyway, yeah, that's coming. Thank you guys for hitting like. If you're on your cell phones, you actually have to minimize the chat or close the chat, I think, in order to find the like button. So yeah. Okay. You guys ready to get into Bitcoin count? We're gonna now. If those of you, if you're new here, I am an Elliott Wave trader. Okay. Um, Joe. All right, Michigan. I've got some friends in Michigan. They're in Zeeland, Michigan. Crypto crazy. So yeah, Elliott Wave is confusing. I'm going to try to simplify it for you the best I can. I've got some teaching videos in the works. I just haven't had a chance to sweaty and ready. I hear you, Max. Are you working today, buddy? I just haven't had a chance to get those videos ready for you guys. I'm really enjoying your comments. Thanks. I like the community we're developing. It's really, really fun. Okay, let me explain just very quickly again for those of you who are new the basic Elliott Wave structure. Okay, you'll notice that the market moves in fives and threes. Okay, that's what we're looking for, fives and threes. That's that's what we want to see, fives and threes. So here's a 5-wave impulse right here. Pretty standard impulse. That's what an impulse wave is going to look like. The 3-wave is going to be longer generally. The 2-wave will be retraced at least about 50% of the 1-wave, at least, maybe more. The 4-wave will only be about 30% of this 3rd wave. I know it's a lot of information. I don't expect you to remember. I'm just saying it again. And the 1 and the 5-wave are often very similar in size. But those are some ideas about. Hey there, Arsalan. I like the name. Welcome, man. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Like that name. So there's a 5-wave impulse. This is an impulse wave, and the opposite of an impulse wave is a corrective wave, which is made up of 3 waves. Okay. Now, the biggest thing you'll see me do is use my fib extension tool, and I'll measure the waves because I want to understand the nature of how those waves relate to each other. Okay, so what we do is we come over here to our toolbar on TradingView, and right here where you see that little pitchfork there, if you just click the arrow, you'll see this list of stuff, and you'll see this trend-based fib extension. And I click on the little yellow star there, and what that does is, you see the star right here on this toolbar. When that is checked, you'll see my favorites bar down here, and I can move that favorites bar wherever I want to. But these are my favorite tools I can access really quickly. I don't need to go over here to do it. So we get our trend-based fib extension tool. Okay, and then what we do is we're going to measure the first wave by a click on the bottom of it and the click on the top of the first wave. Then with the 3rd click, we're going to tell it where the bottom of the 2nd wave is, which is right here. And then what we'll do is we'll then look and see, where does this 3rd wave come up to? A lot of times the third wave isn't formed yet. And I say, listen, if it comes up to this region, it's this, and if it comes up to this region, it's this, and if it comes to this region. So the regions are the one, you'll see right here, this 1 and the 1276 extension. When you see the 1-to-1 extension or the 1276, if this wave comes and stops short, it's more of a corrective wave than it is an impulse wave. However, if that third wave comes up here to the 1618, you can expect it to finish the impulse wave. Okay, so let me explain that. Let me explain that a little bit more carefully. Sometimes, basically, let me just draw it with my tool here. Sometimes you'll basically have a wave that's looking like this, and then you'll have another wave forming. Okay, and you're like, okay, let's measure that. Let's measure that guy right here. And so we're going to measure this first wave, and then tell on the third click we're going to tell it to be at the bottom of the second wave. Now, as we watch this wave form, okay, if it comes up here to the 1-to-1 extension and kind of pauses there and starts to bounce down, there's a high probability that this was an A, a B, and a C, which is a corrective wave. And what a corrective wave then is it's a wave that goes against the trend. So there was likely a wave that was coming down here. We got this ABC. You should expect it, if it's bouncing off the 1-to-1 extension, you should expect it to come back and continue down to the downside. And this would be the corrective structure. Okay? Now, if that wave continues on to the 1276 level right here, it's still at a corrective fib. So in other words, corrections go and stop at the 1-to-1 extension or the 1276 extension, and then it comes on down, and that'll be another corrective wave. However, when you have an impulse wave, which is 5 waves to the upside like that, the third wave of that impulse needs to come up to the 1618. Okay, it needs to come up to at least that level and higher. And if you have a wave that goes boom, boom, and then really high up to this 1618, that would be what we call an impulse wave. And what you should expect is a pullback and then one more wave to the upside, okay, to finish out that wave. But that's an impulse to the upside. Then, once you get that pullback, you should expect then a 3-wave move to the downside and then continued on to the upside potentially. So in other words, we're looking for 5s and 3s. Okay, so basically this is going to be, let me just draw it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 5 waves to the upside. Look for 3 waves to the downside, and then 5 more waves to the upside to continue the trend. If you get 5 waves to the downside that measure impulsively, you're going to get 3 waves to the upside, and then it's going to continue to the trend. That's the basic structure. Okay, now the waves don't often always do it just like that, but that's a basic Elliott wave structure, and I just want you to kind of get a feel for that, because taking that knowledge that I just shared with you and how to measure waves is basically the major tool that I use to ask the question, okay, what's going on in this market? Okay, so that just gives you a beginning idea. Now, corrections are really, really complex. Okay, you can basically have, there are many different types of corrections. There are ABC corrections, which can go up or they can go down depending on which way the trend is going. Okay, that could be an ABC to the downside. Or you can have what's called a WXY. You say, what's the difference between an ABC and a WXY? I'm so glad you guys asked that question. All right. In an ABC, the A wave is generally going to have 5 waves. Okay, it's going to be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. The B wave is going to be 3 waves. It's going to always be an ABC, like that. The C wave will always be 5 waves, something like this. And so you should be able to do a sub count of that and have a 5, a 3, and a 5. WXY is different. it's actually made up of ABCs. This is an ABC. This is an ABC. And this is an ABC, like that. So if I say a WXY, I'm saying three ABCs. Now, if we zoom in on those ABCs, guess what you're going to find in this A wave? You're going to find 5 subwaves in that A wave. Okay. And then you're going to find 3 subwaves in this B wave. So you can kind of keep going down. If I zoomed in and closer, you could count the subwaves of each of those waves. All right. All right, let's kind of get all that off the chart. So that's the difference between WXY and an ABC. Any questions about that? Is that as clear as mud? That's critical. If you want to know Elliott wave, you're going to have to understand the difference between a WXY and an ABC, because a WXY is a complex correction, whereas an ABC is a standard correction. Okay. I'll just pause for a second, see how we're doing. All right, not a whole lot of talking there. Understood. Awesomely. Thanks for that feedback. Anybody have any questions about that basic information? Now what I'm going to do is take all of that information that I just gave you and begin to apply it here with this chart. And I want you to have some semblance of an understanding here, because we really want to just take a look at Bitcoin from the top down. I want to kind of tell you all the things I'm thinking about. Awesome, Sandra. Thanks, Arsalan. Appreciate that. All right. So now let's look for 5 waves here. Okay, let's look for 5 waves. Now, I did a lot of teaching in the last live stream, so definitely watch the beginning of that one last week. And I talked about doing a sub count. But what I normally do as I jump out to the daily or the I jump out to the daily or the 8-hour and I look for 5 waves. Okay, so here's 1, 2. Now on the third wave, I need 5 subwaves. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 right there as far as I can tell. There's the 4th wave. There's the 5th wave. That is a possible count for this wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what we have to understand is that there's another possible count here. The other possible count is that this is 1, that's 2, all of that is 3, and this right here is the 4th wave. It's a triangle, potentially. And then we're going to get one more wave to the upside for a 5th wave. Now, that's possible. I don't know if that, nobody knows what's going to happen. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. But the implications of that are this 5th wave isn't going to be, it's probably going to come up here to the top of this wave or something like that. It's going to retest 20,000 and everybody's going to think it's going to the moon. And it could go to the moon with an extended 5th wave. An extended 5th wave is often a 1-to-1 extension of that whole wave there. So if that's there, we'd be, am I on log scale? I am. Let's get on regular scale. There we go. Sorry. Measure bottom of 1, top. Something like that. Yeah, we'd be pushing for an extended 5th, 19,000 to 22,000 in that ballpark for an extended 5th wave. So if we get an extended 5th, that's what we'd be looking at. Now, it's possible that this triangle that you see here, or this shape right here, is a big 4 wave, and this is the 5th wave to the upside, finishing out a big impulsive move with Litecoin. Actually, not Litecoin, but Bitcoin. And that being the case, what we would expect, if this is a 5th wave and that's it, we're going to get a giant ABC down to the downside. It's not going to be pretty at all. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like exactly, and that wasn't drawn to scale. It's just we're going to get a big ABC. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm just telling you that the implications of what this is, being a 4 wave or the fifth wave. The first, as an Eliotician, my first question is this 5 waves completed? I think it is completed. I do. Because the reason I believe it's complete is because this is an extended wave. Okay? You can only have one extended wave in a series of 5. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the other, again, it might not be complete. Come on, let's see if I can get this. There we go. So I don't know. Now, so what I'm thinking is that we need to, if it's complete, this is what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got an A, B, and we need to finish down here for a C. Okay, this is where I'm looking, right there. Okay, I'm looking at $7,500. That's one particular large wave count. Josh, it is definitely rewatchable. It automatically uploads it. It automatically uploads, so good question. You can definitely rewatch it for sure. Let's see, in-law, yeah, no problem. Can you show an example of a complete 5 wave? Sure, yeah, let's look at a complete 5 wave. I'm going to have to go to a smaller time frame, but let's look at a complete 5 wave. Let's do that. I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart. I'm going to get out of this I'm going to get out of this correction and go to where I know impulses are. Just going to kind of go over here. Let's go to the beginning of Bitcoin's new bull run. Back here. How about the 3 hour? Here to December, right here at the bottom. Okay. So here's the bottom of Bitcoin right here. That's December, 15th, 2018. Okay. Let's just look at that wave. Now what I'm going to do is take this first wave and I'm going to measure it with 2 clicks. Then I'm going to run the extensions off of it. Okay. There's the extensions. This wave, this third wave, came to the 2618. I don't like the delineation. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that again. Sorry. This is actually a difficult wave to. So this came to the 2618. Here's the way I would mark this for now. Yeah, that's the way I mark it. I'm going to go to the 1 hour to get some more detail. No. I lost it. I'm going to put a box around it so I can find it easily. There we go. Right now what I'm doing, guys, is showing an example of a finished 5 waves. There it is. 1 hour chart. There we go. Okay. My first impression of this, when I put the fibs on this first wave and then come down, you see how this came up to the 2618? So we had a 1, a 2, and then we had this big impulse that came past the 1618 to the 2618. The way I would count that is 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4, and then what we had is what we call an extended 5th wave up to the upside. And here's the way I would count. It's really, really, there's another way to count this, but this is really, really challenging wave. It so much is, because this whole thing could be the 3rd wave right there. And there's 4. That makes more sense to me, actually. That makes more sense. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, there's so many ways to count that. So many ways. Sorry. This may not be a great example. Yeah, not a great example at all. Well, you got 1, you got 2. Here's 3. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves in the third, then the 4, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves in the fifth. That's the way I would count that. That is the way I would count it. So there's a completed 5-wave structure. Okay. Now the interesting thing is we got a kind of a real cheesy 3-wave structure. It doesn't really measure very well at all. Yeah, that was a real dumpy kind of correction. Oh, actually, no, it does measure. There it goes. There's the bottom of that. Okay. So here, yeah, let's measure that. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, so what we have is 5 finished waves, and then what you've got is an A, B, and a C right there. Okay, and this is the finish of a correction. And you'll notice how the bottom of the C wave came to the 1-to-1 extension of this 1 wave when I measured it. And so that's a corrective wave. Okay, now let's just look at a couple more impulse waves. Okay, here's a beautiful impulse wave right here. Okay, you see the 5 waves? Do you see them? I feel like Dora the Explorer. Do you see them? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 finished waves. This was a really dumpy and crappy kind of correction, but you got an A, B, and a C. And then this first wave was what we call this wave right here was what we call a leading diagonal. A leading diagonal is when you get 5 waves that are shaped like a wedge. See it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a leading diagonal. 3, and then boom, third wave, off to the races. Just gone. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's see. Yeah, I always do a lessons. Lee, I always in my live stream I do lessons at the beginning, and then we look at the charts. So yeah, I always do some lessons at the beginning because then you can ask questions along the way. So yeah, good question, Lee. Okay, yeah, let's do LTC as an example. I'm glad you guys are with me, man. I'm really happy that you guys want to know this stuff because I mean this is who I am. This is how I trade. This is how I interpret the market. And if you don't understand these things, then you're gonna have a hard time understanding my channel. So I use the live stream as kind of a way to bolster understanding of the channel. So I hope it's helpful. I hope you like it. Let me know. I want to make it better. I want you to enjoy it. And so yeah, let's look at LTC as an example here. And in fact, last live stream we did, we looked at LTC as some examples. So, but I'll do it again. It gets me excited too, man. All right. So here, let's look at I finished 5 waves here. And first off, let me go to the daily LTC. Here's the daily chart. I think I'm in log scale. I am getting regular scale here. Okay. So, I mean, just jumping out, just looking at that quickly, what my eye sees is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an impulse wave. Okay, let's measure it and see what the relationship between the waves are. I'm going to get my trend-based fib extension tool. I'm going to measure the bottom of 1, top of 1, bottom of 2. What do you see? This next wave came up to the 3618. So a 3 wave will come to at least the 1618. Many times goes to the 2618, but can go to the 3618. That's a very extended wave. That's an extended third wave. Okay, and then it came down, and then we came up for the 5th wave. And what you'll see in the 5th wave is you've got 5 subwaves. Now, how to subdivide that is pretty tricky. It really is. But this is the way I think I've subdivided it before. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if that's not 1, this is 1 down here. Okay, and this is 1, 2. Yeah, that's really hard right there. and then you have 5 waves up. We had a truncated fifth here. It didn't finish. It stopped short and dove. So that's what made this tricky. But I called that when that happened on the channel. You can go back and check it out. Okay, so there's 5 finished waves. So I think BTC and LTC have 5 finished waves on the large count. Let me just show you a couple more on the smaller scale here. So we can zoom into any one of those waves and count 5 waves there. So let's go to the 2-hour chart. Let's see if we can find a 5-wave structure here. Okay. How about let's do this wave right here. Okay. Zoom in just a little bit. See it? This wave right here. You see the 5 waves? Do you see it? There's 1 wave, 2 right there. So we got 1, 2. Now you see how this wave came to the 1618 right here? That's an impulse wave, okay? That's an impulse wave. So the way I would count that is like this, generally. 1, 2, 3, this was 4, and 5. And that 5th wave, you can count 5 subwaves. In this 3rd wave, you can count 5 subwaves. You may have to go to a different time frame to count them. Let's go to the 1 hour. Whenever I change time frames, it just takes me back to the beginning. I got to find the wave again. So you can count the subwaves of the intermediate waves. So here's the 3rd wave. You see it? And let's just count the waves really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an impulse wave within an impulse wave. Okay. You can see right here there's 5 waves there. It's harder to see them on this time frame, but I've just got a good eye for it. 1, 2, this 3 to the wick, 4, and then 5. There's 5 in there. Okay. Let me show you here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. And then you can count the subwaves of those waves. Okay. So, and then just to show you the corrective, you see the 3-wave correction, and watch what happens when I measure this wave. Look, see how it came down to the 1-to-1 extension? That's a corrective wave. Okay, so we know that's kind of an ABC. So when this was being made and we came down to the 1-to-1 extension, I would have been saying in my videos, and in fact, if you go back to my video somewhere around the 5th of May, watch my May 5th video and see what I was saying about that wave. See what I was saying about that wave. Okay, I was probably calling $69 or $70 as a bottom target, and then we'd be heading up from there. That's probably what I was doing. So check it out. You'll see. So yeah. So there's an ABC. Here's an ABC right here. This is a corrective wave. It's opposite the trend. Let's measure it for kicks. Now this is what we call a WXY right here, okay? Because you have an A, a B, and a C came down to the 1276. So then we put the fib on that, and then the next one came down here. So that's kind of a complex correction right there. Let's see what else. All right. Oh, Raid, you just missed. I'm just kind of going through Elliott Wave basics again. If you caught it last week, you didn't miss anything. Okay, so all right. So now let's work through our BTC count together, okay? Let's work through BTC because you guys need to know and get ready for BTC. So I'm going to clear the chart, remove all drawing tools. Everything's gone. We're going to start with a blank chart. Right now, based on what I'm understanding, we're going to measure this first wave and the second wave. The 3618 is in this region right here, man. That's an extended wave. I'm thinking that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. right here. So somehow this wave is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to change this to millennium. It's my big count here. Super millennium. There it is. I'm going to take the wave off. So there's that. So there's the first piece. Now we're getting a correction. So what do we expect? We expect some kind of a three-wave correction to the downside. And if you just look at it, doesn't it look like we're getting it? If I zoom out, let me zoom out to the 4-day. I'll show you. Not the 4-hour. The 4-day. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and then what are we getting? A, B. Now what? We need C to come on down. Okay, we need C to come on down. That's what we need to happen. Now, if this isn't 5 complete waves, and this is actually 1, 2, and 3, this is a 4-wave, and it could be a triangle. Like that. I need to plug my laptop in, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, plugged in. Plugged in. Just got better. No, don't snooze that. All right. Still good? Everybody good? So in my count, as I think about this, I've got 2 counts, guys. I've got this 4-wave triangle that we could be making. Okay, that's one. My macro count, we could be making that. That's not off the table yet. It's just not off the table. Or we have a WXY, a 3-wave correction down to the downside. So which one is it? I mean, I could stop with the TA right there and tell you we got 2 options. We'll just wait and see. Right? I could just stop there. But that's not what you get on this channel, because we can look at the smaller waves and then say, okay, if it's a triangle, I should expect the subdivided waves to look a certain way. And that's what I'm going to help you know. It's got to look a certain way. And if you don't get that particular look, then you don't have a triangle. So there are certain rules about triangles you're going to get. There's rules about a WXY that you have to get. And if you don't get those, you don't have a WXY. So that's what we really need to look at. Let me just stop and see what you're commenting on here. All right. Okay, let me just kind of go back here. What's the difference between ABC and a WXY? Okay, I kind of hit that earlier, but let me just hit it again really quick, because this is really confusing for people. So an ABC is it's the way the waves are divided. Okay, it's the sub-wave count. Okay, that's the big deal. And an ABC, sorry. Let me see if I can change the settings here. No. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go to a micro. There we go. Let's show the wave. There we go. What just happened? Okay, there it is. So in an ABC, the A wave has 5 waves. Okay, that's the subwave count of A. The B wave is going to be subdivided into an ABC, which means it's going to have 5 waves in the A, 3 waves in the B, and then C is going to have 5 waves. Okay, so in an ABC, a C wave has 5 waves. So it's what we call a 5-3-5 correction. Okay, sorry, I just lost you. There we go. Okay, so that's what an ABC is. Is that clear as mud? Now, a WXY is a three-wave move as well, but the difference is a WXY is three ABCs. So WXY is going to be in the A wave, three waves. In the B wave, three waves. And in the C wave, it's going to be three waves. Now, that's a complex correction. That's basically a double zigzag or a double correction. It's a complex correction. Now, when you subdivide this A wave, it's probably going to have five waves. B is going to have three, C is going to have five, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5. I mean, there are other types of corrections. I just don't want to bog you guys down with every detail, but that's the basic difference between a WXY and an ABC. And I'll show you the difference here in just a minute on the BTC count. So there's WXY. So on each WXY, there's an ABC. That's right. W, X, and Y, there's an ABC. Okay. So if BTC goes down, almost all the other coins will too. Yes. Ken says, so if it's a triangle, you think we're going up, but if it's a WXY, we're going down. That's exactly right, Ken. That's exactly right. And the implications of the way the sub count is, that's why I go down to the smaller time frames, because I'm trying to see if there's any data in there that's helping me decide, are we going up or down from here? I'm trying to figure it out and give you guys something to look for, and myself something to look for as well. Every five waves complete move, yeah, the market corrects itself. That's right. Now, yeah, generally when you have, so if this isn't a five completed waves, we're actually going to have one more push to the upside for a fifth wave. Okay. Let's see. Three-wave correction to down. Let's see. Okay. Whole structure is corrective from the main run up. Bear market, down we go. From so RC, RC, are you saying this move up here, this whole thing is corrective? Down we go. Not. This is too five wave-ish to me. So this is more impulsive to me. So I think this is impulsive. This is corrective. I do believe we go down. My target right now is $7,500. I'm looking at it. A pennant, yeah, a pennant is a triangle, pretty much, Gary. So yes. How can we get access to your Telegram? Okay, Telegram is basically the Telegram group is my way of giving back to people that are supporting me and what I'm doing on Patreon, on YouTube. So I'm trying to provide this content, and I'm really trying to go as a full-time trader. And I have some people that decided to just give to me on a monthly basis. On Patreon, and so as a way to think back to say thank you, I wanted to give some extra that you guys aren't getting on the YouTube channel. So in the Telegram group, I answer questions as much as I can. I do. I'm a contractor by day, so I'm a lot of times I'm on my phone, but at night I'm very often available. A lot of times there's something going on in the day, and I'll come home at lunchtime and give a quick video for lunchtime, or at night I'll give a video explanation of what's going on and what we should be. I give just a lot more detailed analysis on a more regular basis, so you get a lot more personable or personal information, and you get it more regularly than just one time a day. So that's the benefit you get. So subscribe to Patreon with a donation monthly. It doesn't have to be big, it really doesn't. And then what I'll do is I'll send you a link to the Telegram group. So that's how you get in there. Okay, I'm trying not to sell that, guys, but I do want to provide a good service to you guys. So all right, let's see, everybody hit the like. Thank you, B Sky, appreciate that. Yeah, all right, I think I've answered all the questions. Just really encouraged that you guys are asking these good questions. They're very good questions, and you guys are wanting to learn, so I love it. I'm a teacher at heart, and I want you guys to get it. All right, so the two big options here. Okay, two big options. We have either a triangle going on, okay, and that's gonna take us up, okay, or we have a WXY and that's gonna take us down. So now let's zoom in to this current correction and let's see what we have here, what we should expect. Okay. Yes. I'm not the Elliott Wave trader you deserve, but I'm the Elliott Wave trader that you need. Whatever. Hope you love that. Batman. Okay. All right. Let's go to the 2 hour chart. Let's simply look at this correction right here. What do we have? That's not as clear to me. Let's try the 3 hour. Okay, so now what we're going to do in light of our big context, so we're going to assume 5 waves are finished, or we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to say, okay, what kind of correction are we getting right now? What is it looking like? Well, let's start out. I'm just gonna put the 4 hour on here. That's better. Let's start with some trend lines first. I'm just what I'm seeing right off the get-go. Now, if I bring this trend line down, I get all these touches here. I almost get a touch there. I just get a wick through. So where we draw that trend line might matter. But this looks down to me. I'm going to go to the 6 hour. Okay, I'm just reading y'all's funny comments there. Okay, so there's a couple trend lines. So you can see how we hit this trend line and bounced off of BTC. Now, let's look back and see what we have. Regardless of what this is, what I see right off is I see 3 waves right here, 3 waves here, and then I see it could be 5 waves or 3 waves. I've got different people interpret that differently. So regardless of what that is exactly, here's what we have. We got a big 3 wave right there. Okay, there's 3 waves. Okay, now, so this is a 3 wave move. Then we have, see this wave here? There's another 3 wave. Now, let's measure those. I want to show you something very, very important. Let's measure them. Top of one to the bottom of one, or A. Top of B, there. Notice that we came down. Let me get it right on it. And we tagged the 1-to-1 extension. See it? The 1-to-1 extension? That's a corrective shape. Okay? That's a corrective measurement. Finished. Reversed. Now we've got this other 3-wave structure right here. See it? Do you see it? All right. Let me measure that one. Now this one came up to the 1276 and surpassed it, right? But it didn't make the 1618. Corrective shape. So you can go beyond the 1276 or the 127. Okay, you can go beyond it, but you just can't surpass the 1618. Okay. Yeah, man, RC, we might hit that square up for sure. Not to get out of turn here. All right, so now this is where it gets tricky because this wave right here is crap. This wave is crap. Okay, but here's what if it's a triangle, everything needs to be 3 waves, everything, okay? And we don't have that here. That's why let me just be clear here. I don't think we have a triangle. I think it's designed to look like a triangle, but I do not think we have a triangle. Now, what I just said is critical, and that's why you have to understand Elliott wave. If all you ever do is in this, and people say, oh, we might have this shape or that shape. I do not trade chart patterns, guys. I don't trade chart patterns. Why don't I trade chart patterns? Because you can have a pattern, but it's not a real. You can have a pattern or a shape of something, but it's not the real pattern. It's not actually made up of the technical waves that is required for that pattern to be. You've got to know what that wave makeup is supposed to be. Okay, so I don't trade chart patterns. I trade Elliott waves. Okay, now I do draw trend lines. There's no doubt about it. But if all you're doing is listening to guys that show you support and resistance Okay, the problem with that kind of TA only without Elliott wave is that you're not going to have any concept of how price might move between those support and resistance zones. What I'm going to give you here, what I try to give you here, and I'm not selling my channel necessarily, I'm just telling you why this kind of TA is critical. What you get here is a potential price path. This is how the price actually might get to that support and resistance zone. This is what shape it's going to look like, okay? So here, and what I just said is so important, okay? Because in a triangle, you have to have three waves everywhere, okay? So we know we've got three waves here. We've got three waves here. Now, we do have three waves here. So if this is a triangle, okay, it generally happens in five. So we got 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5 break out like that. That's the way a triangle is supposed to be made. Now, the question is, do we have three waves here? Well, potentially. Yes, we do have three waves. But do we have three waves here? We came up to this trend line, but we don't have three waves there, guys. We don't have three waves. What do we have? So let's look at this wave, and let me just show you what it is. What I'm telling you right now, guys, is critical to my TA and my interpretation of this current market. Really big deal what I'm saying. If this is a triangle, this should have gone up like this. Something in that fashion. But that's not what we got. Look what we got. How many waves is that? There's 5 waves there, y'all. How does it measure? Impulsive as anything. Came to the 12618 right there, the 3618 here. So yeah. Now, that's 5 waves. It's the same problem we're having in the macro count. Is that 5 waves complete? Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that? Or is this the top of 3? We're getting the 4th wave, and then we go up for a 5th wave. Don't know. I don't know. Let me tell you what I do know. I know this looks like 5 waves, but it may not be. Now, when I zoom into this wave here, what do you see right here? 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. You can really see it there. What do you see on this wave down? How many waves do you see? How many waves? You got 5 waves there. See them? That measures impulsive as all get out. Now watch this. Yesterday, in the last couple of videos, I gave you a target of 10,500, didn't I? Where did I get that number? Did I pull it out of my hat? No. Did I use support and resistance? No, I didn't. I said between 10,500 and 10,600 is what I said. Well, where did I get that? Well, here's the first wave right here, the A wave, measured off the bottom of the B wave with my fib extension tool. Okay. Look where this wave came. Here's the 1-to-1 extension at 10,537. The 1276 is 10,600. I expected to get up here to it. We never quite made it up here to the 10,605. We almost did, but it truncated and boom. Then we got this just dive to the bottom, okay, and then this big wick. So what is that? Well, we're in the middle of something. What are we in the middle of? Got to figure it out. That's what Elliott wave traders do. But here's what I know. I got 5 to the downside. I got 3 to the upside. 5 to the down, 3 to the up. When that happens, that's A, that's B. I think we're making C. Or 3, because this could be 1, 2, 3. Okay? ABC, 1, 2, 3, don't know. Now, Let me explain. Let's zoom back out now, because this is where I'm losing everybody. Okay, I don't want to lose you, so let me go back out and explain. I do not think this is a triangle, because this is 5 waves to the upside, and we hit this trend line with 5 waves, not with 3 waves. So if this isn't a triangle, what's the other structure it could be? For me, it's a WXY. This is what I believe it is, guys. This is my belief. WXY. Somebody said I wasn't sure. I wasn't being, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I believe that we are in a WXY. It's my primary count. The triangle is not excluded yet. It's not invalidated, but this is my belief. Now, so WXY, I need 3 waves, 3 waves, and 3 waves. Okay, ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay, let's zoom out and look at it. This is what we need. So let's just go through and validate it here. We got 1, 2, 3. I was chilling, wasn't I? Just kind of leaning back and relaxing. All right, then we've got 1, 2, 3, ABC. Now, here's the hard thing right here. How do you get ABC? Someone might say to me, isn't that A, B, C right there and it's finished? And then we've got 5 waves to the upside. I mean, if that's finished, then that's what we call a running flat. But it doesn't look, no. A running flat, excuse me, I got the hiccups. A running flat is when you get the A wave, the B wave comes, and then the C wave is shorter than this wave, and then it shoots up. Okay? I guess that's a possibility. So if that's the case, what do we expect? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get ABC down to the downside. Here's your entry. Go long and see what happens. I don't operate that way, but that's what is going to happen if this is a running flat. Okay? That's what it has to do. Okay, 5 waves to the upside. There's 1. We got 3 waves to the downside. We're waiting for that to complete. Once that's complete, off to the races. I don't think that's complete. Here's what I do believe. And here's why I don't believe that that's the case. Because this doesn't measure to the 1276. Okay, look where it measures. The 1276 and the 1-to-1 extension are down here at 8,100 and 7,300. So, okay, that's the extension. So here's what I believe it is. I believe we have A, B, this wave right here is B, and C. And what that wave is what we call an expanded flat. An expanded flat is where the B wave comes lower than the origin of the A wave. And then the C wave goes up. And it's basically a sideways correction. It's an A, B is lower than the origin of A, and then C. A, B, C. So there's your B wave. That's your third wave. So you got A, B, C, A, B, C, and now we need to make A, B, C. If this is a WXY and that B wave is finished, what are we looking for to the downside now? If the B wave is finished, what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for the C wave of Y is going to have 5 waves to the downside. It's going to have 5 waves. So we're going to be looking for something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. So that is my primary count. That's my bias. That's what I believe is happening. That goes, look at that. I mean, if BAX comes online in September, where do you think they want to buy their stuff? They're going to not let price go up. They're going to drive price down so that they can buy at these cheap prices before BTC goes up. That's my theory. That's what I believe. That makes sense to me. That's what I think is happening. Now, let's look at this wave right here. And let me just show you. So that's the macro, what we should be looking for. Now, what I'm going to give you is the micro. So here's the deal. On this wave right here, I got 5 waves to the downside, right? Right. Well, is this ABC and then we're going down like that? Or are we going to get something like this? It won't break the top here. It won't break the top. It'll stay. It'll stay. So if I put the fibs on that guy, and I said this today in today's video, we could get a move up here to 10,760 if we get something like this. And then it's going to be a gigantic wave to the downside. I mean, it's going to be gigantic. I guarantee you. Everybody's going to be thinking, oh, we are going to the moon, and then boom. That's my belief. Now, is that the only thing that could happen? No, there's one more possibility that could happen. Now, if this 5 waves is not complete, it looks complete, but if it's not complete, this is a 4 wave. That means what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go up here, make one more high. It's going to break the plane of this triangle, or what looks like the triangle. It's going to be a bull trap, then boom, it's coming down. That's another scenario that I'm watching for. Okay? All right, I've done a lot of talking. Let me zoom in here and see how we're doing. Okay. But how do you account for a big dump like on September 6th, which was pretty market manipulation indeed? Does that fit in LE waves? Absolutely, Ken. And I hope you just saw that. How it, you can see they are the ones painting these candles, okay? All right. LTC live charts, absolutely. Promise. In fact, I'm done the BTC pretty much. I've shared my view of it. How long will it take 75? It could be a month or so, man. It could be very quick. So B-Sky, it could be a month. I mean, how long has this whole correction taken? I mean, shoot. When did it start? June, July, and August. 3 months for all of that. So this move right here down there, this 5 waves down, was June 10th to July 16th. That's a month and 6 days. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong. I was wrong. July 10th to the 16th. So that only took 6 or 7 days to go down there. So if we get it may only take several, 6, 7, a week or two to go down. So I'm not sure. Just depends on if we get this other wave to the upside and then down. I'm not sure. Yep, RC. That's right. Good deal. What's up, Jose? What's up, my brother? Altcoin Bonanza. How you doing, buddy? Okay. Any questions about my BTC count? So it's a big I don't know, right? But I do know. I've got possibilities I'm watching for. So, I think it's WXY. We're going down. Listen, guys. Just because, let me just say this, and I always say it, but I'm gonna say it again. Just because I think it doesn't mean I can't will that to happen, and I don't necessarily will it. But would I like it to go? Sure, I'd like it to go down. If it gets down to $7,000 again, $8,000, tag on. You buy and hold strap your seatbelt on. We're not trading it. We're just sitting. I'm just going to give you new targets every day because it's going to fly. It's going to fly if we get back down there, unless there's some other count that I'm not seeing. We are going to be all. Can I give you some hopium? Hopium it is. I'm just trying to clear out some of that stuff. All right. Here's the hopium. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me show you what the third wave needs to look like. Shall we put the extension on it? That third wave. 1, 2, 3. $25,000. If you bought a Bitcoin at $7,000 and you just rode that wave up to $25,000, how would you feel about that? I'd feel pretty good. No, we're not, Keith. I'm sorry. He always says we're going to the moon. All right. Yeah, I am too, man. I am too. I had some depressed days because of what he did to me. Anyway, all right. I'm not here to air laundry. All right. Let's jump into LTC. That's what I think is going on there. Um, let's look at LTC. Just to be honest with you guys, I'm not super confident about my LTC count. My LTC count sucks. It's really, really hard. James, you know all about it, don't you, buddy? It's really horrible. I'm just going to clear my chart. I'm just going to remove everything. Everything's gone. All right, looks like we got 5 impulsive waves here. I mean, I don't know how else to do that. That measures, this is the 3618 right there. It's beautiful. That looks 5 waves complete. Okay, I think we got it. Looking for 3 waves to the downside. What are you sad about, man? What are you sad about? Did I say something bothered you, man? Uh, all right. I was just saying, James, you know all about how this wave count's crap. It's just really, really hard. Let me go to 8 hour. All right, here's just what I know. Measuring this thing right here. Came down and tagged the 1618. I mean, there it is. Oh yeah, I hope you're not talking about my video, man. You're talking about the correction, aren't you? All right. Don't be talking about my video. It's boring. Oh man. Seen some label impulse, others WXY. Yeah. So I've gone back and forth WXY to impulse. So I see it more as a on WXY, and we have more downside to go, or it's an impulse and we still have more downside to go. Again, I'm always looking for that correlation with Bitcoin. I do not think Bitcoin is done. I think we're coming down. I don't believe in this triangle. It could be. It's not. It's not invalidated yet, but I don't believe in it. It's not where. It's not my first count. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure how to count this, but the way I would count this right now is we've got another wave to the downside coming. That's what I believe. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, even if you don't like it, James. um, so yeah, I don't know how to count this any other way than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it ain't a diagonal, it's just crap is all it is. It's just a bunch of crap. Now we may still have some upside in this wave. Let me show you what this 4 wave, we might still have some upside, but I'm still seeing some more downside. That would correlate with Bitcoin's downside move as well. Let me just show you what I might be seeing here. I don't have a lot of, I just don't have a lot of confidence in this. Okay, guys, can I just be honest with y'all? Would that be all right? Um, Now, what we do have here is you got this thing measures impulsively right here. This is a kind of a leading diagonal, kind of, sort of, some kind of wave like that. It's definitely wedge shaped right here. Whether it's a leading diagonal, I'm not sure, but it's wedge-ish. Okay. It's 5 waves. It's impulsive. It measures impulsively. Then we've got a 3-wave correction. It measures correctively. So here's the junk that's really hard. Right here, that's really hard because this comes lower than that. Okay. So is this our ABC and that's just a real crap C wave? Or is this our ABC and this is something like just a, you know, our finished 5 waves to the upside? But there again, that can't be a 2-wave because it's lower than that. I haven't looked on any other exchanges to see if there's another. So there's some real problems here in this area that I'm having a hard time with interpreting. I'm just going to talk. And so I not sure how to interpret that, except the only other way to interpret it is that this is just an expanded flat, but it's not a flat. I don't know. It's just that wick is anomaly, and we need to exclude it. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret it. So this actually is relatively impulsive. If you measure that wave, it's just a lot of hardness here. So what do we have? This is impulsive here, and there's 5 waves complete. I haven't looked at your chat yet, James. I know you're chiming in. I know it. Um, sorry. This is kind of in the middle of no man's land. That's in the middle. It doesn't come and tag anything there, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wave is junk because it didn't finish the 5th wave. It's just junk. I was expecting it to. Hate when they do that junk. Hate it. If I measure it like that, here's the 1618. Yeah. My opinion up to this point is this. We're in a 4-wave. The subwave count of that really sucks. But I'm going to tell you how to invalidate this in just a second. We're coming up here to $73 to $76 in that ballpark. 73 to 76. That's what I've been calling in the videos. Get these right on the tick here. 72.73 to 75.18. Why is that different than what I had before? I don't know. So there's a potential that we do this. Boom, like that, and then we're heading down for one more wave. You know, you can interpret this as an impulse wave, and we're heading up. I think that's what James is saying. I haven't read the chat yet, but I think that's his take on it right now. I would have to understand that with an up move in Bitcoin, and I'm not sure I understand that together. So let me read the chat and see what you got going on. Yeah, James, I mean, yeah. No. Thanks for the clarification, brother. Sandra, I don't think I think yeah, James is right. It just seems like it needs to go down more for me. Yeah. You're probably right. Expanding diagonal? Okay. I don't know that shape, buddy. Expanding diagonal. Wave 2 in the fib measurement, where should 3 land? 3 should land at the 618, and that's something I've considered as well, RC. So, I mean, So 3 should land close to the 618. Uh, this wave is just so stinking hard. I think everybody agrees. I mean, 618's down here at 50. But how do you count it? I mean, it's possible you've got this. I mean, and I considered this before. 1, 2, 3 is down here. 4 and 5. We're going way down. And this is impulsive. Is we got it. I mean, Litecoin's dying. You know, I just personally think that this wave right here is corrective. If we go past, and here's how you're going to know, guys. Here's how you're going to know. Let's just talk about that. Because I don't know. And here's what I do when I don't know. I just say, okay, the wave that I'm currently on, here's my invalidation point. If this is an impulse, then I need to see this wave come on up here to the $79 range, okay? I need to see this wave move on up to $79. Come on, man. So if you're gonna impulse me, then come on up here to $79. Back off. Give me another a fifth wave. That's what I want to see. Then I want to see 3 waves to the downside, and I will take it long. If I don't get that, then we don't have. Then we. If I get something that does this trick and stops at 73 or 75, it's going short. Whatever it is, it's going short. You say, but Jim, you didn't get this trade. No, I didn't get the trade. I don't know what it is. I don't trade what I don't know. I like to hold my money. I like to keep my money. These market makers and these moves last night, sorry. Man, that was just junk. That straight down move and then straight back up and then down again. That's just consolidation and market maker shenanigans. I mean, it's some kind of triangular thing, consolidation pattern. You know, ABC, ABC. Is that 3 waves? ABC, ABC. See, that's impulsive right there. So I don't know. That little move right there. Looks like we're going to have another push to the upside, probably. Probably going to get that 73 to 75. I don't know. We may not. This could take a dive like that. So, Litecoin is hard, y'all. All right, let's see here. Who knows? Okay, Litecoin limbo. That's right. And I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm trying to. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to give you the moon boy stuff. I'm just going to tell you what I don't know. How long would it take to go there? I don't know how long. Who knows how long? Sorry. Ken says Litecoin limbo. Yeah. Again, who the hell knows what it is? Okay, here. I'll say this about LTC. It starts as a 3 wave. Yes. WXY to start. Yes, I agree. Then you get an X wave. Yeah. Then it appears we get another WXY. But oh, huh. Larger degree fibs, yeah. 1-to-1 move. 56, 56. I've been watching that, and I think I've shared that several times. Expand on market makers. Okay, let's talk about market makers for a minute. That's a good question. Okay, market makers are banks, hedge funds, anybody with billions and billions of dollars. The exchanges are all part of the system, okay? And they decide where price is going, okay? You say, how do they decide that? Well, they push the market where they want it to go so they can make money, and they do all kinds of things in order to take your money. Now, it's not nefarious like they're out to get you. They just, in order to make their money, they have to take it from somebody else. This is an equilibrium game. Okay, for every seller there has to be a buyer. For every buyer there has to be a seller. Okay, and so the thing is, you and I, with our little bit, several $1,000s or however much we're trading, hundreds of dollars. If you're trading $100,000, you're a big boy, but you're not really that big, to be honest with you, because market makers are dealing with millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. But they're large entities that have large orders, and they have ways of manipulating. There's all kinds of different things to do. They will shake you out of a trade. They'll confuse you. They'll make the chart look like one thing, and then they'll do another thing. That's why when you get these, the market will be kind of going, like right here, for instance. Market's just kind of lulling you to sleep, down, 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 and everybody's kind of looking for another move to the upside. I kind of was there, and I saw it as a potential at least, and then just boom, they sell it off. Now watch what happened after it sells off. Okay, they got everybody selling, 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 selling. So you know what they're doing? They're buying, 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 buying down here, and then what they do is they ignite the price. They'll start the first candle, right? They'll get the ball rolling with some really big buys, and then everybody else jumps in, and they ride price up, and then they sell it off to make their profit, and they do it again, and they do it over and over and over to make their money. Okay, so market makers, I mean, they know how to take your money. Okay, and they're the ones who do the buys and the sells. They're the ones spoofing. A spoof is those buy walls and sell walls that they have. They move those all over the place to keep price going. It's not against the law. They're not bad people. They just have to, in order to buy at the price they want to buy, they have to have willing sellers. And so what they have to do is sell off a position to ignite price to go down to where they want it to go. And it's a big chain reaction of squeezing out shorts or longs, with stop losses, and then breakout traders and all these different things, and it extends price to where they want it to go. And then they systematically and slowly buy, get into their position. And they keep price down. That's why your one wave is often very slow and methodical. And then there's this correction down to the downside. They're getting price back to where they want it, get their final positions, and then the price takes off. And then once you and I don't react. I try to trade with them. But if you're reacting and say, "Oh, price is going up, let me get in," okay? Well, you're going to start buying, and they're going to sell into your buys. So you're selling here, they're buying your sells, okay? And then you're buying up here, and they're selling into your buys, and that's what's going on. And that's why you guys have to be smart. We don't buy green candles. We buy black candles. On my chart, I got black. You buy red candles. You don't sell black candles or red candles. You sell green candles. Okay? So this is the way we do it. So yeah, that's just a quick market maker. Why can't it, James? Why can't it just be a big WXY with two WXYs? Why can't a WXY be in the C wave? Yeah. Square up at 25? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let me look at that and see. Yeah, so I mean, why can't Litecoin? Just talking with you, man. I'm not questioning. I'm just. Originally. W, X, and Y. Maybe this is our X wave being made, and then Y is coming down. Yeah, it just doesn't correlate with Bitcoin at all. Dang, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It's probably an extended fifth, man. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Killing each other. All right. Big green candles need a red candle next to it. Zero the books. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, there's a great video on YouTube on square ups. Here, let me see if I can find it for you guys. If you want a good let's see, what was that? What was the name of that? Pro Trader Strategies, is that it? Nope, not it. Proact Traders, that's it. I think. Yeah, that's it. This is the one. So go to Proact Traders, and then just type in square ups. Squaring up. That's a great video right there. Here, let me share it.
Well, there are two kinds of.
Let me share this video here. I'm going to go to the channel dashboard here. Nope, not there. The live dashboard, and in the chat. Here you go. That's a good video. Watch that one. Not now. Not now. Watch it later. Don't watch it now. All right. Okay. Crisis averted. You're back. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, that's Litecoin. It's a big I don't know burger, but here's my take on it, whether James agrees or not. Best I got right now. I think this is a corrective wave. Watch what. So what I said is watch the 75 to 73 range. If we get up to the $79 range, then we've got something impulsive on our hands. Okay, we've got something impulsive on our hands, and we need to take note about it. And then Bitcoin's going to be doing something as well. But just watch 73 to 75 something, and then watch for a tank. See if it tanks on us. We may not even get up that high. It may go down from here, but I'm not certain on that. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, it's getting kind of late. It's 9:30 here. I've kind of talked for an hour here. I don't want to bore you to death. So, what other questions can I answer you guys? What other things can I? Any charts you want to see? Did you want to look at LTC BTC? Let's we can take a peek at that guy. I know somebody mentioned it earlier. Coinbase. It's just down. You know, I mean, they keep driving it down. Looks like she wants to go up, doesn't she? $1,276. It's heading down to the 1,618. I bet you it's going to become impulsive. Dang. It's going to zero. On. That thing is going to zero. Not zero, but like 0.000658. I don't know. Golly day, guys. It is not looking good. Is this the death of Litecoin and Bitcoin? Or is this the death of all the alts? Hold on one second, guys. Thought there was a ghost in my house, but it was my daughter, and she should not be up right now. So, all right. Log scale. It's always the little things. Still the death of the alts. It's just crazy. .005. That's crazy. Guys, Litecoin's going down. You got this little bounce here. But look here, you got a bounce here. It went up and boom. It's impulsive, but I don't have a lot of confidence. Yeah, I mean, that's impulsive. No doubt about it. You got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 3. So here's my count on this. 1, 2, 3. Going to get a 4 wave down here somewhere, probably at the structure, and then 5. This is on the 3-hour chart, so that's September 11th in that ballpark, and then this is LTC against BTC. So it looks like we have an immediate move to the downside, and then we're going up, but then we're going down. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy. Ethereum, please. Okay, got it. BTC, LTC, yep, just got that. So yeah, I mean, it's just looking down, but this is an impulse, okay? So we're going to have 5 waves to finish here. So this looks like the top of the third wave, or finishing up the third wave. Unless we get an extended third, okay? So you could still get this for the third, and then the 4, and then the 5. So not sure what we're going to get there, but yeah, it's an impulse. It's going up, so it means that LTC is not moving as much against BTC. So when BTC moves a lot, LTC isn't moving as much off of that. Okay. Let's look at LTC on the very small time frame here. I want to show you some stuff here, guys. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. I know it's 5 minutes, but let me just show you something here. Like this wave right here, watch, it measures beautifully corrective. See how it comes up to the 1276? ABC, boom. See this wave right here? I think it measures beautifully corrective. 1276, boom. So what you've got is a 3 wave, a 3 wave. Now, Max and I were talking earlier. We might have. My daughter's calling me. Sorry. Let me text my daughter here. She's wanting to know if she can do something. Sorry. I'm a dad. Okay. We might get a 3 wave here. Unless this is a triangle. This doesn't look 3 wave-ish though. That doesn't look 3 wave-ish. But so let's watch this trend line and see what it does. Let's watch that trend line and see what it does. If we get a break to the upside, you know the levels you're looking for, right? You know you're looking for 73, 75. Those are corrective levels. If you get 79, then you're dealing with an impulse. Okay, cool. All right, somebody asked for Ethereum. Let's do Ethereum. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a death to the alts, and they're getting rid of some of the coins. Okay, Ethereum. Here we go. To me, Ethereum is much more of a diagonal. It's clear, a clear diagonal to me. Now, excuse me. This needs to be an ABC if this is an ending diagonal. I don't think the Ethereum is breaking out, but it could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's a fake out is what it is. Fake out. The problem I have with this, don't pay attention to that. The problem I have with Ethereum here is, you want to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. It's an ending diagonal. Fine. And it could fly. It could go. I just don't like it because the measurement of this wave right here It measures. Oh, it measures the ones. No, it doesn't. How does that measure there? I don't remember that. Let me do the measurement again. Sorry, guys. I might be completely off my rocker. Forget what I just said. That's impulsive. Forget everything I just said. Yeah, this looks like an impulse. Okay, my bad. So we have an impulse to the downside, which would make me think Litecoin is the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, ending diagonal for 5. Now, you say, well, it looks like it broke out. All right, well, it broke out. Let's look at it. I think James was saying the other day we got a truncated fifth. I don't think so, but maybe, but I don't think so. I think, well, maybe. I see what you're saying, but let's see what else it could be. 1, 2, 3. So James was saying 4. There's your truncated fifth. We got an impulse to the upside. Okay, possibility. There it is. That's a possibility. We got an impulse to the upside. We're going up. What else could it be? Well, I mean, I know it doesn't look right, but I don't believe. I'm not an Elliott wave purist, so this could be 3, 4, 5. There's another wave to the downside. That's a big ABC. Where would that take us? Maybe it's not an ending wave diagonal. It's just a crappy looking wave, or it is. It's just it's an expanding diagonal or something like that. I don't know the name of that, but that's my take right there. Is ABC right there. So A, B, C. It came to the 1-to-1 extension. Could get up here to 189.20, 1276, and then down. I'm seeing one more wave down. That's what I see. That correlates with a Bitcoin move to the downside. Oh, guys, hey, look, we got to move below 70 on Litecoin. There it is. There's our breakdown to the downside. Boom, there it is. There it is, right on camera. I think that's going to be a big wave. What's Bitcoin doing? What is Bitcoin doing? Nothing. It's moving a little bit. I'm expecting that to come down, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, Ethereum. Yeah, I'm looking for. Okay, all right. How much three-way? I don't think so. I don't think the three-way would be the shortest. No, not at all. The 5 doesn't have to be that long. There's 1. There's 3, and then 5. I mean, the way I drew it might not be right, but that's shorter. Yeah, nah. Disagree, James. Disagree, man. Respect, yo. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking for another push to the downside. It's probably going to hit this trend line somewhere around the 155, 160. That's my take. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, I'm having a hard time on these Litecoin and Ethereum. I don't have a super lot of confidence on it. Let's wait and see what happens. But my take is it's coming down. James and I butt heads on some of these things like this, but yeah, he's a little bit more technical than I am. So I'm a little bit more shape oriented. He's a little bit more count oriented, but we like each other and agree a lot of times in different ways. So it's good. BCC is going down to 75. You guys expecting Ethereum? Yeah. See, that's what I think. I think we got to move down in Litecoin. I think we got to move down in Ethereum. I'm expecting down moves on both of those things. One more push to the downside, and then. And that's going to correlate with a move down with Bitcoin. So whether we get it or not, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Getting the correlation piece of it together is very, very hard. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's not better information. It's not, I'm not the best Elliott wave Elliotician in the world. I mean, I'm pretty decent, but not. I don't know everything. I really don't. I really don't. Doing my best, though. Doing my very best for you. It's a perspective. Okay. Um, yeah, James, we're saying the same things. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. Yeah, thank you, buddy. I am bat crazy. All right. What other? Were there any other requests? You notice I'm just kind of going through these alts kind of quickly because I'm looking for one more drop, and Ethereum's ready to go. Ethereum's ready to go. Litecoin could be ready to go, but it's not. Didn't quite reach 73.50. So if it has one more push to the upside, we might get it. We might get this little trick. Boom, like that. Up here to 73, and then it's ready to go. And that would mean Ethereum would probably do the same thing. Here's 190.84. So we might get this trick. Boom, like that. And then we're off to the races from there. Off to the races from there. So what would that mean? That could correspond to Bitcoin doing a small correction. You know, because that's kind of a small move. So what do? We come down here. And then we're off to the races too. So we get that down move. And then we're off, or what? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm glad you came by. Market cap excluding BTC. I don't mess with the market cap a whole lot. I don't even have a lot of knowledge about it. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, Ken. I don't mess with it a whole lot. I'm just kind of a pure technician on the charts. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to tell you a lot about, I'm just a chart guy. I like charts, and I trade the forex and I trade crypto, and I like charts. So yeah, that's where I am. All right, hey, I really enjoyed being with you guys. It's probably a good place to stop. You guys hung out with me a long time, and yeah, I agree. I think so too. There's a little bit of a triangle there in both Litecoin and Ethereum. James, I kind of on the small time frame. Yeah, yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's oscillating. We'll see if we get that push up to 190 and then down. So, good place to call it a quits, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, James. Man, I always appreciate you and your knowledge of Elliott Wave. Please keep sharing with us and keep us on the straight and narrow. Okay, I appreciate that. Appreciate that perspective. If you guys aren't a part of our Litecoin swing trading community, go to Facebook. Let me just jump into Facebook here. See if I don't know if I'm logged in or not. There, I'm logged in. There we go. Um, and you just kind of go to the Litecoin swing trading community. You can join here. Make sure you answer all the questions. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And this is a nice group where we share charts and ideas, announcements, and things like that. So we've got about 560 members there. I would love to have you guys as a part of it if you're not a part of it. So Brentley, hey, thanks for being here. Robert. All right, I'll get off your screen, man. I'll get off your screen. Guten Nacht, guten Tag. I don't know how to say that. Yeah. Good night. Bonsoir. À la prochaine. We'll see you guys on the next video. See you in the morning in an update video. Let's see what happens overnight. You guys have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you later.